other students than you can only expect, right? So here we are, chapter 14. This is the end of the book. So we got to go through we're gonna get the opportunity to go through all 14 chapters. So again, this is Horizon Financial Planning Company. Okay, so this is a business scenario, and what this is basically it's testing you everything that you've learned from chapters 1 all the way to chapter 13. So this is taking every little piece of information. Well, maybe not everything, but the basics guidelines on how to use QuickBooks and test your knowledge on if you can complete this entire scenario, or use this as an example to practice how to be able to enter those transactions. So again, here it gives you a little description of the company. So if you read this ahead of time, you should know that this is a small financial business company, right?
Hmm.
Yada, yada, yada. So let's go ahead and dive right into our scenario here. So it says here we got to do a company setup. They've already done it for us, right? All we have to do is just open up the file. Most of the content should be already there. So in this case, we don't need to build a company from scratch, so scratch chapter 12, but we may need to add a few things to our chart of accounts, or even items that we may sell, or in this case, we're financial planning. Most likely we have services that we offer. So a few things there. All right. But here's some instructions that they say here. So obviously number one is to restore. So since you've already successfully done that on your own, you've already accomplished chapter 1 right there by being able to restore the company file. Okay, once again, we're going to restore the company file from a mobile file to a working data file. Number two says enter in the transactions for October 2019 beginning on page 416. So that means we know what where we're going to start. Our starting point is going to be as of October 2019. So we're doing retroactively, so that's okay. It's practice. So good. And if you notice, when you actually open up your actual file, you should have seen a pop-up that said that this is a sample file.
Hmm.
Okay, so that we got that out of the way. So that means we might be able to do payroll if we get there on time. Okay.
Okay.
So again, right here, then 3 says reconcile the bank statement for October for the statement shown on page 424. So first things first is let's go ahead and focus on step number 2, because we already did our first step already. We've already opened up successfully. So now step number 2 is enter in all the transactions. So let's complete step 2. So first things first, okay, is let's take a look at our business transactions. All right, so we need to enter all these information before we can enter step 3 step, and then of course I'll continue with step 4, 5, and 6 later on. But first, let's go ahead and accomplish step 2. So let's go ahead and enter in all these transactions. Okay, so first transaction we have here is on October 1st. The business transaction is that we decided to deposit owner's investment, okay, from William, was that Barrett, to provide cash for the operations, okay? So in this case, what are we going to be actually doing? What is this transaction at hand?
So it looks like we're doing it just a deposit.
Correct. Okay. Let's take a look on the right side where it says right here, transaction details. So first, we're gonna do a transaction type. We're gonna make a deposit. Okay, and we're going to deposit a check to the checking for Texas um, National Bank, right? On 10/1, and here we're going to be doing an owner's investment. Okay, what account is it? Investments,
Okay.
which is an equity account. All right. We're writing a check number 401. Class is going to be admin/other, and it's going to be for $72,000. All right, so let's go ahead and open up our QuickBooks and let's get started. So it says that we're making a deposit. How do you make a deposit?
We're just going to record deposits.
Perfect. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's nothing to add in here. So what am I going to be adding in the information?
For the deposit itself,
Uh-huh.
it says make deposits. Well, we need to change the date,
Yes, you do.
but we got to make sure that's in checking. It says Texas National. Okay, that's fine.
Good. What's the
Change
date?
10/1.
So October 1st. Make sure it's 2019 because we have to do this retroactively. Ooh, I can see that this is a sample file. So it pretty much did it for us. October 2019, 1st. Okay. We're making a deposit. Okay. So first things first is, what is going to be, where are we receiving this check from?
Well, we're receiving it from the investments account.
Good. Okay, that's the next one. The from the account is going to be investments account. Okay. Investments, and it's an equity account. Investments, which is an equity account. Okay. So again, receipt from is who wrote this check? Who wrote this check?
William Burnett.
William Burnett.
Barrett.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I read it as Burnett. Okay, William Barrett. There you go.
Why am I not finding?
Are you having trouble on the account section?
Oh, I see. So it's just going to be Barrett goes there. That's the first entry.
Yes, because it's from.
Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking we needed to find owner's investment. Sorry.
No. This is so the first section is asking, where did this check come from? It came from the owner, William Barrett, or partner, whatever. I don't know who he is. Then the next section is going to be entering from what account. What account am I placing this information into? And in this case, it's going to be investments account. All right? It's considered an equity. So in this case, we don't have account numbers. We only have account names. So to just type in investments, and if it exists, then you click on it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the memo here is going to be
Deposit owner's investment.
good. Deposit Okay, deposit owner's investment. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a check number?
401.
401. Okay. And what payment method? Obviously, he wrote a check. Okay. That's why we have a check number. All right. And for what classes does this belong to?
Admin and other.
Admin and other. Good. All right. And for what amount?
72,000.
1, 2, 3. $72,000. Right? Everything looks good. Do we need a cash back?
It doesn't say so.
Good. We don't need cash back because in this case, we're already in making an investment to the company, so there's no need for extra cash laying around. So if everything looks good, go ahead and save and close. There you go. Got the beep of approval. All right. So that was transaction number 1. Let's see what the next transaction is. All right. So on the same day, you have issued a purchase order to Northern Lights Media. Okay, and then of course, okay, we're going to be ordering books on and DVDs. So in this case, we're going to be doing a transaction type, which is a purchase order, right? We're making it to Northern Lights and stuff, and the class is going to be products sales. All right. So these again, we're using the class as divisions or profit centers. Okay. Of course, the date is going to be for October 1st. The PO number is going to be 2019-101. And the items that we're purchasing is going to be books that cost us $1.30 at 130 books at $25 each. DVDs are going to be 85 of them at $17 each. And then our memo is going to be ordering books and DVDs. So let's go ahead and enter in a purchase order. How do you enter in a purchase order?
Start as purchase orders.
All right. Where? Purchase orders where?
Up in vendors.
What if that's not available?
You can go to the menu bar.
Where on the menu bar?
Yeah, I'm sorry, vendors.
Vendors on the menu bar. Good. Okay. What if that's not available? Hold on. I don't have it on my vendors menu bar. Menu.
Oh, I thought you could do it from there.
Oh yeah, create purchase orders. Oh yeah, no, I see it. It says create purchase orders. I was just looking for just purchase orders. Okay, so yes. What if that option's not available? How else can you enter in a purchase order?
That doesn't help.
Remember, for the certification exam, you need to know every single way to do it, and you're going to be timed. So you only got two ways. What are the what's another way that you can do it?
You just said we only had 2 ways, and that was.
For purchase orders, you have 6. Right?
You just did this too.
Okay. Okay. If you can go to the vendors on the menu bar, and you also found that purchase orders was in the vendor section on the home page, where else can you enter in a purchase order?
If you go to reports, you can go to purchases, but you're only looking at open purchase orders.
Okay, so yes, we're not talking about report. That's if you need to collect information. Okay. So I will give you a hint. If you're able to find the purchase orders in the vendor section of the homepage. What happens when you go into the vendor center?
When you open that up, it comes up with vendors and transactions.
All right. Isn't a purchase order a transaction?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It's considered a non-posting one, but you don't really need to know that in too much detail. So again, if I were to go to the top here, if I do new transactions, you can very well create a purchase order, right? If I right click on anybody, you could do a purchase order there, create purchase order. You can even go down to manage transactions and you can create a purchase order, okay? So again, your vendor center is one of the most important places because anything that's dealing with a vendor, so in this case, we're making a purchase order, right? We need a vendor to supply us our products. So because we're dealing with a vendor at on hand, if you go to the vendor center, there is 3 ways that you can enter any transaction that deals with a vendor. All right, so that's why the centers are very important. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to exit the vendor center real quick because I'm just going to go ahead and go on the home page. So go ahead and click on that purchase order on the home page. All right, so the person I'm making the purchase from is
Northern Lights and Media.
Northern Lights and Media. There it is. Boom. Okay, and what class does this belong to? Product sales. Good. You don't need to worry about the drop down ship to. It's fine. Or the template that you're using. Okay, unless it specifies it. In this case, I'm making sure that this order is on October 10. The purchase order is 2019-101. Wow, they filled this all stuff for you. Okay, so what is the items I am making a purchase of?
Doing books.
Books. So if I type in B, there it is. Books. Okay. Quantity. How many books am I buying? 130. They even put the price point for you already.
Well, so it's funny in the quantity thing on this. It's got like a chart.
What do you mean, like a chart?
It's got a. If I click on it, it takes you over to a current availability thing.
Are you sure you're on purchase orders?
Mm-hmm.
Can you make sure what template are you using?
It says custom. That's what's up in there.
Okay. Okay, I don't know. But are you able to edit anything in the quantity? Like, can you type anything in there?
Let me see if it'll do it. Oh, I'm gonna just okay.
All right. Okay.
Go back.
How do you go back? Yes.
If I hit the previous button.
Perfect.
Okay.
So you're allowed to make changes.
I had some little thing, it's stamp looking thing in there. It almost looked like a chart like you would have in Excel.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't get it to do anything. It went to an availability screen after, if I clicked on it, and I got a little confused there.
Okay. If you need to adjust your windows accordingly, you may do so by, it's just like Excel, right? You could put your mouse on there and you might be able to adjust it. So you might be able to move it around if you need to get in the way, if it gets in the way. So since we're in the purchase order, are you able to edit the information now?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so 130 for $25, which should give you a total of $3,250. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next thing I'm purchasing from?
DVDs.
We are purchasing DVDs. There it is. Okay. How many DVDs are we purchasing?
85.
85. Okay. Remember, enter's not your best friend. Tab is.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I did before, which threw me in, which I knew I needed to go back. So.
Yes. Okay. So there you go. Here we are. So by clicking around or clicking other boxes, it should tally up the total. So you're going to be owing a total of $4,695. Okay. And the note is going to be purchasing books and DVDs. Okay. Do you need to make a note to the vendor? It's up to you. Right? So once everything looks good, you can save and close. Or in this case for you, you have to resave your transaction. So when you click save and close, it's going to give you that window where you made changes to this and you're going to click yes.
Okay.
Okay.
There it goes.
Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't need to check spelling. Just I'm going to click not replace, ignore. All right. I had a spelling error in my memo here saying not in dictionary, DVDs. Okay, well, I'm going to ignore. Okay. There you go. Boom. I got my we got that transaction in. All right. So then on the same day, we have we're gonna pay rent plus what does that say? Refundable deposits. Okay, which okay, to William Investments. Okay. So here we're going to go ahead and create a transaction type, which is going to be writing a check, okay? And we're going to make it payable to William Investments. Okay. For check number 1001. Okay, date's going to be same thing, October 1st, and the memo's going to be order rent. Okay, October rent plus $1,000 deposit. Okay, so therefore the total amount that you're going to have for the check is $2,500. Or yes. So here the expense is going to be refundable deposit. So other current assets for $1,000. So the total check is going to be $3,500. So you have the rent expense and then you have the deposit. Okay, class is going to be admin/other. So let's go ahead and write a check.
Okay.
So how do you write a check?
You go over to banking to write checks.
Banking. Okay, banking on the menu bar or homepage.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
On the menu bar.
Yes, menu bar and as well as the homepage, right? Because banking under the homepage, you have write a checks. So good. Mm-hmm. Those are the two ways. Good. All right. So here you go. We're gonna double confirm that this is coming out of our checking account, right? Checking account, Texas National Bank. All right. Excuse me. All right. Check is going to be 1001, right? 1001. Ooh, let's see if it will accept that. October 1st. Excuse me. And then payee. We're making this payment to Williams Investments. All right. Williams Investments. All right. Of course, pull the information down. We're paying rent for this month. Okay. For the month of October. That's what it says.
Right. 10/1/2019.
Okay, and so here it gives us rent expense and it gives us security deposits. Okay, security deposits asset. Now, is that the account that we're going to be using, security deposits assets?
Let's see, expense rent, expense refundable deposit, other current assets.
So let's see if we have an account called refundable deposits. I'm just going to write deposits just so then I can see what the options are. So I have security deposit, I have direct deposits, and I have the depreciation expense. So in this case, they kind of gave it to you as a hint that it's going to be considered a security deposit, right? Most cases, so if it's a security deposit, I'm not quite sure if it's 100% refundable. But again, most landlords, right, deposits are not really refundable. Okay. So in this case, we have $2,500 as our amount for rent, and we have $1,000 as our security deposit. Okay. Both classes are going to be.
They're both expenses.
Yes.
So,
No. One of them is an
rent.
expense, and one of them is is a deposit.
Oh, it says other current asset.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So what class do they belong to? Okay. So let's take a look at a.
I was going to say it'd probably be overhead.
Okay, so in your book, it actually tells you exactly what you want the class to be.
Oh, admin and other. I'm sorry. I'm got because it's at the end.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. Okay, so again, this one, most cases, right? You're not creating this company file. You're not doing the books based on creation. In this kind of aspect, you are just the bookkeeper / accountant, okay? You're being told what to enter in. And in most cases, if you are going into the field, you're going to be given transactions, and all your primary job is to do is just to enter them in. So they should give all the information for you. There is no second guessing. There is no what account do they belong to unless they tell you, or unless they don't tell you, or they say, here, it's rent, right? So your automatic assumption is rent expense. In this case, it's specified, everything's specified, so okay. All right. The only thing that we can like I guess come up with is just basically the memos, right? I just put rent expense for October, or I put October rent expense, or I even put refundable deposit, right? I'm just listing whatever I see on there, but that's only for the memo. The accounts, the information that's given, such as who you're paying, how much you're paying, and what class it belongs to, is given to you already. Okay? So you don't need to think too much for this, okay? All right, at the very top, we can see right here, it is for $3,500. Everything looks good. So then we can go ahead and click Save and Close. All right, good. Let's see what the next thing happens. So on the same day, we have here is that we are going to be issuing a purchase order for office supplies depot, okay, for a laptop. All right, so here we're going to be creating a purchase order once again. It's going to be Office Supply Depot. It's going to be again on the 1st of October. At this time, it's going to be purchase order 2019-102. The class is going to be admin / other. And here for the items that we're going to be purchasing is going to be a laptop PC, all right, for $2,500. Okay. Again, the memo is going to be just saying pretty straightforward, purchasing a laptop. And the total purchase order is going to be $2,500. Straightforward. No tax, no shipping, no handling. Okay. Note that this item has already been added to the fixed assets items list. Right?
Okay.
So it's already automatically there. All we have to do is just add or make a purchase order, and then when we receive it, it's going to be automatically added. Okay. So let's go ahead and enter in another purchase order. Any way you want to do it, because we've already explored how many ways you could go. Okay.
I remember. So
All
that
right.
helps.
Yes. All right. So here we are, purchase order. We are doing this to Office Supply Depot. Okay. Class is, what's the class?
Class admin other.
Admin other. We don't need to worry about the ship to date or the template. The date is automatically. The invoice number or PO number is automatic. So all we have to do is just enter in the information. So what are we buying?
Laptop PC.
A laptop PC. So here you go. Laptop PC. All right. And how many are we ordering?
One.
Just one. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh.
Tab.
Okay. My bad. I tried to tab and it didn't work. So laptop PC once again. And then quantity. Come on, quantity. I just want one of you guys.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me put that in either.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's assuming maybe it's limited edition, only one per person. I have no idea. I don't know why you can't make more than one purchase of a laptop PC. Okay, so now that I have all this, memo is going to be purchase laptop. Or it could possibly be that maybe we reach the order limit on this vendor. Or maybe they limit us to purchasing more than one laptop. I have no idea. But let's go ahead and save and close. All right. Okay, so let's see what else has happened. So again, on the 1st, right, we are going to be issuing another purchase order for Lone Star Office Supplies for office supplies. Okay. All right, so here we're going to create another purchase order, and this time it's going to be for the same class, except it's Lone Star Office Supply. Same date. Obviously the PO is going to be different, and we're buying purchase of office supplies. We're buying a total of $750 worth of office supplies. Okay, so the memo here is purchase office supplies, and the total purchase order is $750. So in this case, it doesn't even give you the quantity, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and enter in another purchase order. Okay, and this time it's to
Lone Star Office Supply.
Lone Star Office Supply. Sorry, I'm having typing issues. Sorry. Lone Star Office Supply. What class is this going to be again?
Admin and other.
Good. Again, you can ignore the other two. The date is correct. PO is correct. And this time, our items is going to be office supplies. Okay. So in this case, no quantity is given. I'm just going to say the total cost of it. I don't know if this will let me do this. I'm going to say the whole total cost is going to be...
Go ahead and put it in the rate.
Uh,
Go ahead and go over to the side and put it in over into the amount.
I'm going to go ahead and put it in the amount. So 750, just because it didn't tell us how many quantities or how much each rate is, because again, office supplies, it could contain anything. It could be purchases of paper, purchase of pens, purchases of highlighters, I don't know, printer ink, whatever it is, right? There's no specific details into it. All we know is that we're given a total amount. So in this case, I'm just going to go straight over to my amount, and I'm going to go ahead and click next. So here it automatically filled in the rate is not 750, 750. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, okay, let's go back. So here you go. 750 is the going to be the amount, right? That's how much we're going to be paying for, 750. The notes is going to be purchase office supplies. Okay. And everything looks good, right? We don't have quantity because, again, office supplies could be almost anything. All right. So again, I'm going to go ahead and save and close.
Let's see. But that's your description, not mine. It's telling me to do a spell check real quick.
Oh yeah, me too. So I'm going to go ahead and choose ignore. I mean, yeah. Okay, because your memo, it doesn't matter what you type in. I mean, obviously you want to type it in correctly, but I mean, it doesn't have to be miscellaneous because it says in the book that you're supposed to write purchase office supplies, so I have no idea. So, there you go. Now, let's see if we're good on time. Okay, good. It's only 2:30. Wait, it's only 2:30? Okay. All right, so we finished the first days of transactions. Now we are finally on October 4th. So a couple days later, right? So now the next thing that we're going to be doing is receiving a bill from office supplies. So how is it possible to for us to receive a bill from Office Supplies Depot?
Well, we've probably already done a purchase order.
We did complete a purchase order, but what is our options did we receive the items yet? Yep. Okay. There you go. So we're going to receive an items and entering a bill because we received the bill as well. So how do we do that?
We do receive inventory with bill?
Yes, we do a receive inventory with a bill. So whether you do it on the home page or whether you do it on the menu bar or whether you do it in the vendor center, those are the ways that you can do it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that drop down menu and say I received a bill. So what happens is it automatically creates a bill. All right. To whom did we receive the items from?
Office Supply Depot.
Office Supply Depot. Yes, we did. So Office Supply Depot. All right. How come I did not get that window? Okay, I'm going to redo this. I didn't get that purchase order window. So I'm going to redo mine again.
Well, maybe I'm on the wrong thing.
Nope, you're on the correct path. So we're receiving items with a bill. I'm going to type in Office Supply one more time. Office Supply Depot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I still don't get it. I still don't got the purchase. Oh, did I type in an error? Let me see. Nope. I don't want to exit the program. Just want to... Okay, I'm going to go through the vendor center. Maybe that will help me. So, good. How you're doing it is perfect. So, if you receive that window, you're going to go ahead and acknowledge that you received the items from the Office Supply Depot. Actually, let me check my purchase orders. Maybe I did type in the wrong person. Okay, so we have Lone Star. Yes, I typed in the wrong person. So it's supposed to be Office Supply Depot. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and receive the items with the bill. Okay, and I'm going to type in Office Supply Depot. There you go. Now I get you have an open purchase window. I'm going to click yes. Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to select the item, right?
Okay.
And I'm going to click OK.
Okay.
So did everything pull through? Did you see everything that you've ordered?
Yes.
Okay, we received the laptop, right?
Yes.
Make sure you toggle the date so you know that you received it 3 days later.
I was just getting ready to say how come it didn't change that, but I guess it won't. You have to do that.
That's a manual thing that you have to do, remember? Okay, so it says reference number. Reference number you're going to place in purchase order number 2019-102. Okay, items and classes auto fill in from PO. Okay, so the bill should be due November 3rd of 2019. Okay, other things that you need to do is you need to know it's net 30. It's for 2005. Reference number is 68-20. All right, and again, memo is a laptop.
Okay.
So
So we don't change that reference number on there up in the bill to that.
what do you mean? It was never filled in the first place.
I'm sorry, down below the date, there was never anything in there in the first place. I'm sorry, I'm not saying it right. Down below the date and the reference number, that's where we put in the 6820.
In the reference number 68-20. Yes, because that's the bill that we received. Is that they gave me the billing number. The billing number is 6820. Okay? So that's the reference number. The date is October 4th. The amount is for the 2,500. It is net 30, so therefore it is due on November 3rd. Everything looks good. Memo is going to be laptop. All right, straightforward laptop. Purchase order number is already filled in for us, and everything looks good. So you can go ahead and save and close.
So I need to ask a question.
Go for it.
On the with the PO number, this is already they're already linked together, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Because when you get that purchase or that message from QuickBooks that's saying, hey, for this vendor, you currently have a purchase order. Is that correct? And then you choose yes or no. Because by you saying yes, you're associating that this bill is linked to this purchase order. If you click no and enter it in a completely different bill, right, then you pretty much...
Well, I just found it too. My screen I needed to pull over a little bit more because it wasn't really giving me the entire PO number down the bottom.
Oh yes, because you okay, it won't show you it because again, depending on your screen settings, mine's on the maximum screen setting. So even on my computer, sometimes it won't show either. So again, it's just something that you have to click and drag. So just like Excel, when you expand the columns and stuff, it works just the same exact way.
I just didn't think about it. That's all.
No worries.
Save and close.
Save and close. Right? I always say, once you get the beep of approval, you can move on.
That's right.
Okay, so now that we finished that one, next transaction we have is that we're going to be receiving a bill from Lone Star for the office supplies. Okay, so in this case, we're going to be receiving items with the bill. Okay. And here we're going to do the same thing, right? We're going to recognize that we have an open purchase, same date, October 4th. It's same due date, right? And it's going to be for the total of $750. This time, my reference number is going to be 6433. And then the memo is just office supplies. So again, we're going to be reiterating or doing the same transaction, except this time, we're receiving it from Loan Supply. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click receive items with a bill. All right.
Okay.
Type in that person's name. So loan.
The system was taking a second. I'm sorry.
No worries. Lone Star. Lone Star Office Supplies. You should get a little window that says you have a open purchase order. Yes. You're going to select that purchase order number, right? 103.
That did not come up for me.
It did not?
No.
Okay. So I had the same exact problem too. So go ahead and exit out of that. Okay?
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to double check your purchase orders.
Just as I went to leave, it comes up. Now it says there's an open purchase order.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so in this case, we just got to give your computer some time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and redo mine. So Lone Star. Okay, we're going to select that purchase order number 103. Click OK, and everything should fill in automatically.
Actually, I've had another dialog box come up.
What did it say?
It says you have not recorded the new transaction. Do you want to record it now?
Did you already click enter by accident?
I don't think so. So I'm sitting here looking. I've got my hand on the book and a hand on the mouse.
Is there a cancel?
Yes.
Go ahead and click cancel.
Okay.
All right, so now it should be back on the bill. All right, so go ahead and modify what you need to modify. All right, so again, check to make sure the date is 10/4. Right. Yes. Okay. Reference number, I believe it's 6833.
6433.
Oh, 6433, excuse me, 6433.
I'm just making sure I'm saying it out loud what I'm reading here. So.
Okay. Net 30, 11.3. Everything looks good. All you have to do is fill in the memo that this is office supplies. Alright. Everything looks good. Save and close. There you go. Beep of approval. Alright. Now, on the same day, you issued a check to Office Furniture Retails. Okay, so I probably accidentally hit that one. So Office, what is it? Office Furniture Retail or Rentals, sorry. Okay, for rental of office furniture for October. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're actually going to create a check. Okay, and we're going to make it payable to Office Furniture for check number 1002. Date's going to be October 4th. Memo's going to be furniture rental. Okay, so it's going to be an expense for equipment rental. Okay, and it's going to be for a total of $445. Class is going to be admin/other, and we're going to memorize this check using a do not remind me option. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Nope, we didn't. This isn't. This is Office Furniture Rentals. We've never dealt with them. We didn't even create a purchase order with them. So you don't need to receive any inventory from them. Okay? This is a completely separate, different vendor. And this transaction it's asking you is you're just paying the portion to rent out their furniture. So in this case, we're writing a check.
That's what I thought.
Okay. All right. So however you want to find writing a check, go ahead and find it. Make sure, first things first is to make sure that you're in the correct checking account.
Checkings, right?
Okay. The date is going to be October 4th. check number is 1002.
Okay.
Okay, good. So now we can go ahead and type in the vendor's name. So this is going to be Office Furniture Rental. So I picked that one the first time around. Office Furniture Rentals. Okay. Now, of course, the first thing it says equipment rental. So it already filled the account number in for you. And the amount for this is going to be $445. Okay. And then again, in your memo, you want to make sure that this is furniture rental, I think it said. Furniture rental for October. Okay. Make sure that the class is, once again, admin and slash other. Okay. Everything looks good.
Hold on.
No worries.
Wait for it to catch up.
I'm gonna go ahead and go over the different scenario once again.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Equipment rental, yes, got that. Class.
Okay, so last thing that before we go ahead and click that save and close button, we're gonna go ahead and memorize this check. Okay. You may have to pull your window over.
Okay, there it is. Okay, we're going to memorize.
We're gonna memorize this check.
We're going to go up to the button and click at the top for memorize.
Good. All right. Once we get this memorize button, it says you're going to select do not remind me. Okay?
Okay.
That's what it says. As far as the title and everything, it didn't really tell you. But once you click on that do not remind me, their whole entire right side for the options gets grayed out.
Right.
So in this case, I'm going to leave Office Furniture Rentals just because it didn't tell me what to title it. So I'm going to click OK. All right. Now we can go ahead and save and close.
Okay.
All right. Good. All right. So let's see what has happened next. So then again on the same day, we finally receive a bill from Northern Lights and Publications. Okay. So here we're going to record and we're going to receive a bill. And this time it's going to be the same information except, okay, except it's now, okay, except the reference number is going to be 8736. So everything's the same. You're going to get the same date. So October 4th, net 30, giving you the due date to be 11/3. It's going to be for a grand total 4,695, right? Again, reference number is 8736. And in the memo, you're going to type in books and DVDs. So again, let's go ahead and practice that one thing again. So we're going to go to receive items with a bill. All right. And this is from Northern Lights. Right? Again, same thing that's going to happen up is you're going to get a pop-up window that says, hey, you have an open purchase order. Would you like, is this correct? We're going to click yes. You're going to click on the purchase order number 101 and click OK. And all your information should fill in automatically. Okay? So other than that, we have the date as the October 4th. This is This is reference number 8736. So 8736. We're going to double confirm that it's net 30, which gives you a due date to be 11/3. And of course, it's for $4,695, which everything looks correct. Memo here is going to be books and DVDs. And then we're going ahead. Go ahead and save and close. Right? Boom. Right? Good. All right. So let's go ahead and do the next couple of transactions, and then we'll call it a break. All right. So here now we're starting a new day, and this time we are going to be entering a new transaction. We're going to be entering a weekly timesheet for Atasha Barrett, okay? And it's going to be, okay, so we're going to do, obviously, a weekly timesheet, pretty straightforward. We're going to be the week of September 30th all the way to October 6th, okay? Payroll items are going to be hourly regular, and it's going to be, the WC code is going to be leave blank. Not quite sure what that means. All right. We'll see it when we get there. Okay. And then.
Sorry.
No worries. Then it says here Monday she completed 0 hours. Tuesday she completed 4 hours. Wednesday she completed 8. Thursday she completed 4. And Friday she completed 4. Saturday and Sunday both 0 hours. So make it billable, not billable. Okay. Because again, she's just a regular hourly working person, okay? So let's go ahead and plug those numbers in, okay? What are we going?
You're going down to the employee center to enter timesheet.
Correct, okay? Or you can do that, okay, if that option's not available, where else can you enter time?
Employees.
Employees, where?
Payroll center.
Not payroll center.
Oh, I'm sorry. Employee center.
Okay, you could do employee center, but
you can hit pay employees.
we're not paying her.
Not time sheet. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Enter time.
Enter time using the employees menu bar. Good.
Right.
So again, click here, and I'm going to enter it in at using the weekly timesheet. All right. So again, her name is Atasha, so ATA, right? And then here you go, Barrett. You need to adjust the dates and times, so make sure you toggle this. So of course she's not doing December, she's doing September 30th all the way to October 6th, okay? Right. All right, first things first, it's a customer job. Obviously, she didn't do a customer/job. Service item, she didn't complete a service. Her payroll item is going to be hourly weekly.
Hourly regular, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Hourly regular. Okay, so the WC code, nothing. Right. All right, notes, they didn't say anything, so Monday, she worked 0 hours. Okay? Tuesday, she worked 4 hours. Wednesday, I think she worked 8 hours on Wednesday. Let's see. Wednesday, she worked 8 hours. Okay? Thursday, so 8 hours. Thursday, she worked 4. Friday, she worked 4 hours. Saturday, Sunday, 0 hours. Okay, so she's a part-time person, as you can tell. Okay. Okay, so again, it says this is now marked as billable. Okay, so remember, the question is that you need to uncheck mark that. So here, she's completed a total of 20 hours this week. All right. We got 0 on Monday, 4 on Tuesday, 8 on Wednesday, 4 on Thursday, 4 on Friday, 0 on Saturday. So I had to fill that in. 0 on Saturday, and 0 on Sunday. So she worked a total of 20 hours, okay? Not billable, okay? That's it. Save and close. All right. Okay, let's see what else happened. I think we're going to do one more and then we'll call a break. Okay. So now, fast forward, we're skipping over 5 more days later. So now we are going to be actually receiving a bill from Northern Lights Media, okay? Because there is a non-inventory products were ordered by telephone. Oh, without using the purchase orders. Okay, so in this case, we're looking at just a regular bill. So we called in and made an order instead of using the purchase orders. So now we have to recognize a few things when we enter in the bill, right? It's going to be from Northern Lights. All right, it's for 10/10. Again, due date's going to be 11/9, and it's going to be for the amount of $13.20, right? Net 30, and the reference number is 8100. All right. Now let's see what we wrote here. Here it says planning kits. All right. So we need to do an item. All right. So if we're going to be placing an item, the item is for planning kits. We bought 60 of them at $22, giving us a total of whatever amount. And the class is going to be products/sales. So let's go ahead and enter in a bill. How do you enter in a bill?
Well, you can do it again the way we've been doing it. You can go up there to receive inventory without a bill.
Okay.
So we didn't get a bill. No, we did get a bill.
We got a bill. However, we didn't use a purchase order. We called them over the phone and ordered them.
We just go to enter bills.
We just go to enter bills. Now, what if that option on the homepage isn't available?
You go to vendors on the menu bar.
Mm-hmm.
Put enter bills.
Good. All right. What if that option is not available? And what if the vendor center is not available?
Oh.
Where's the last way we can enter in a bill? Where else would you be able to find a list of all of your bills to keep track of?
Go to the chart of accounts, couldn't
No, because the chart of accounts is just basically that's the aftermath.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, you need to enter in the transaction in order for it to affect the account. So in this case, no. All right. Listen carefully. Where would you find a list of all of your bills that you can keep track of?
Be a list.
Not list. Try your icon bar.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I totally discounted that.
That's completely fine. What is it called?
You could go to bill tracker.
Bill tracker, yes. Again, this is one of the hidden ones. You may need to exhaust this one as well because you can, with the 2018, it's a new feature of 2018. So yes, if you can enter in that way, you could go down to manage transactions and enter your bills this way just as well. Okay. So again, I'm going to go ahead and close out of my bill tracker just because I'm just going to keep it simple and just use the home page. So enter bills. All right, so here we are at the enter bills. We're from our vendor, Northern Lights. Okay. Of course, because we have no associated purchase orders or anything from this because we've already received the purchase order from the previous one, right? So in this case, I'm starting fresh with this one, okay? If you're using the new 2018 and above, sometimes 2019, it gets smarter. So if I had an open purchase order and I typed in Northern Lights, it would say, are you sure you're not looking at this purchase order? So in this case, it gets smarter and smarter every time you upgrade your QuickBooks. So in this case, I don't have any open purchase orders from this vendor. You want to make sure that this is actually reflecting on the 10th of October. Okay.
Right.
Other things that we have to make sure too is that this reference number is going to be
8100.
8100. Okay, 8100. All right, and we made a purchase of planning kits. Okay, so again, here, how do we enter in items?
Well, you can start by you can use the drop down menu, or you can start typing in.
Okay, but you want to be careful. Which category are you looking at? So look at your bill carefully. Before you enter in all those information, what are the two options do you have above?
Expenses and items.
Okay, expenses are for accounts only, and obviously items are for your items. So which one are you going to use? Items or expenses? Okay, good. We're going to be selecting items. Good. So in this case, we bought planning kits.
Right.
There you go, planning kits. All right, how many planning kits did we buy?
60.
We purchased 60 of them, so quantity 60. All right, so again, total is going to give you a total of, I don't see my total. Where is everything? So let me go ahead and move my windows over. Okay, so I got, there you go. My total amount is for 1,020. All right, what's the class that I'm making this purchase of?
Product sales.
Product sales. Good. All right. Is this for a specific, excuse me, specific customer? No. All right. So everything looks good, right? The due date is going to be 11/9. All right. Everything looks good, so we can
Terms
go.
are good. Everything's good.
Terms are good, so save and close. Okay. All right. So right now it is 3:07. So let's go ahead and take a quick 15-minute break. So let me see. I'll round it to 3:10. So give you a couple extra minutes. So 15, 3:10, 3:15, 3:25. Please be back. Okay. Okay.